How do you know Samay Raina and how the acquainted happened?
मैं गया था as a judge and one of the participants was Samay.
Oh, so you were
And
judging
Samay
Samay
won.
at that time. Okay.
Yeah, I judged Samay.
जब भी वो आपसे मिलते हैं पब्लिकली, जैसे रिलेटिव्स हो गए या फ्रेंड्स हो गए, तो क्या
हाँ,
कहते हैं आपको करने के लिए?
आप ऐसे मुझे बोल दे रहे हो कि अच्छा तुम कॉमेडियन हो तो जोक सुनाओ। तो मैंने कभी ऐसा आपको बोला है कि आप पॉलिटिशियन हो, मर्डर करके दिखाओ? तो व्हेन मेन ब्रेक डाउन, वो बहुत सीक्रेटिवली ब्रेक डाउन करते हैं, या फिर वो उनके पास 10-12 कोपिंग मैकेनिज्म होता है इमीडिएट रिकवरी का, है ना? चल रोना आ रहा है,
और
रोना आ रहा है,
टॉप कोपिंग मैकेनिज्म क्या होता है?
यार बहुत डिप्रेस हो गया यार, अब मुझे रोना आ रहा है, तो क्या करता हूँ मैं? सीरीज देख लेता हूँ।
Okay.
मैं अपने ब्रेन को उसके बारे में सोचने ही नहीं दूंगा।
A very warm welcome to Satyavrat, and Satyavrat is a Indian renowned comedian, origin from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. And thank you for taking out time, Satyavrat. I've been chasing you for 6 months now. I know you are on back-to-back schedules, but thank you. Today you have made it for me, and I'm really glad about it.
Thank you so much for having me here. Actually, we were going back and forth with dates, but ठीक है.
Okay.
Actually, I was very free. I just wanted to look busy.
Oh, you wanted to pretend that, right? Okay. So, we have been podcasting around mental well being, parenting, and emotional regulations a lot. As a founder for Saar Holistic Wellness and a mother, I understand whatever you are in your adulthood comes from your childhood. So, do you agree to this journey and notion that whatever you are, whosoever you are as an adult, comes from your childhood?
Yes, of course, 100%.
So, how
I
did this?
have jokes around. I
Okay.
have most of my content, if you see on YouTube, it
Yeah.
is about schooling, how
Okay.
I was in a government school, how Indian parents are and how they operate, when they're from middle class background, right? So all of those observations come from uh, back from those times when I was a kid, and more observant in nature than what I am now, right?
So how does this comedy happen to you?
So I was my class clown, है ना, जिसे बोलते हैं class clown. So I was that in school, but I never knew that it can be monetized also. Yeah, thanks to digitalization and all, I think suddenly we have a scope for creators to create indigenous content and put it out on.
So Satyabha, tell me something. What is the one memory you have from your childhood that you are always mentioning in your comedy shows?
A lot of memories from childhood which have turned into jokes, right? But my favorite memory of my childhood, which I always do a joke about, is that I come from a government school, right? So uh, you'd know, like as a mother yourself, firstborns, when the second born is not yet there in the scene, you get all the love, all
Yes,
the importance.
yes,
You're the king of the small world
yes.
called your flat, right? uh, and your mom loves you a lot. तो मेरा ये ऑब्जर्वेशन था कि मैं पढ़ता तो मैं सरकारी स्कूल में ही था.
Mm-hmm.
And back those days, सरकारी स्कूल में there was just one uniform, white shirt and navy blue
Pants.
purplish half pant, right? And the only way to clean, keep your
Good
clothes
fight.
intact and white was ujala. And
Yeah.
moms always used ujala, right? मॉम लोग का फेवरेट डिटर्जेंट आज तक, जबकि वो डिटर्जेंट है भी नहीं, है
Okay.
ना, but that was ujala. And ujala was the only detergent or whatever cleaner that used to come with a advertisement which had a manual in it कि आया नया उजाला 4 बूंदों वाला.
ठीक
तो
है.
मम्मी लोगों को भी वो बता रहे होते कि 4 से ज्यादा मत डालना, गड़बड़ हो जाएगा. पर मम्मी तो मम्मी है ना? तो
हम्म.
मम्मी इतना आपसे प्यार करती है कि वो डालती जाती है, डालती जाती
ये
है.
पूरा
फिर
सफेद.
शर्ट और पैंट दोनों का कलर मैच होने लग जाता है एक पॉइंट. नाउ यू आर वेयरिंग पर्पल एंड पर्पल,
Okay.
राइट? तो आई डू जोक अबाउट दिस कि इतना पर्पल पर्पल हो गया, इतना दोनों नीला हो गया, है ना, ऊपर नीचे दोनों नीला हो गया. मैंने बोला मम्मी अगर एक बोतल और बची है तो मेरे सर पे डाल दे, कोई मिल गया का शूटिंग चल रहा है, वहां पे येलो रेनकोट पहन के जादू करना है, तो घर पे 2 पैसा है.
Okay. How do you know Samay Raina, and how the acquainted happen, and how do you guys share the
Yeah.
stage? That's
So what happened is I did my first job after BTech, for which I moved to Pune. And back then, Pune mein Samay was just starting out with comedy. You know, he was a engineering student back then. So we met in open mics, then we jammed a lot and all. And it so happened that Pune comedy scene was very supportive to me, at least to me. To Samay, though, of course, it was. That's why he is what he is today. But it so happens that there was one competition in some college where they needed a senior comedian to judge the event.
okay.
Uh, so मैं गया था as a judge, and one of the participants was Samay.
Oh, so you were
And
judging
Samay
Samay at
won.
that time. Okay.
Yeah, I judged Samay.
Okay.
look, look where he is now, and where I am now.
Yeah. You are
Right, right,
also
right.
doing good and great in your platform. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. नहीं
That's
नहीं,
why
ये
you
तो
are
हम
on
मजाक
the
मजाक में
podcast.
बोलते हैं. This तो we joke about this कि everybody who's judged Samay, back then as senior comedians, Samay is selling tickets on their behalf today. ऐसे बोलते हैं हम लोग. We
Okay.
got that internal joke going on.
Okay. So that happened. So we'll do a rapid fire with you. Okay. So how much of your comedy is Indian parenting, childhood trauma?
Most of it, 80%.
80%.
80%, yeah. Please
That's
come to a show to find out.
yeah, I have witnessed it. Your middle class
Yeah,
jokes
yeah, all of
and
that, all
mother.
of that.
Yeah, I witnessed one
That
of
comes from there only because I do a joke about, I don't know if you remember, I'll put it out on YouTube also, that Indian moms never accept their mistakes.
oh,
Right,
okay.
right. It's a big
Do
allegation. But I have my points to prove. Okay.
okay.
I can argue on it because so I do this joke कि मेरे हाथ से एक दिन ग्लास गिर गया, बॉटल ग्लास की बोतल रखी हुई थी, वो गिर गई टेबल के ऊपर से. तो मम्मी ने कहा ये किसने किया? टू विच आई रिप्लाइड, मम्मी मेरी गलती है, आई एम सॉरी.
Okay.
अगले दिन वही कांच की बोतल मेरी मम्मी के हाथ से गिर गई उसी टेबल से.
Okay.
तो मेरी मम्मी ने बोला ये यहाँ किसने रखा?
Okay.
To which my response was, mummy मेरी गलती है, I am sorry. Now in both the cases I am only sorry, she is
Right.
not.
Your moms are always right, especially Indian moms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you ask dads also, they'll also say the same thing. Like if you
Okay.
have to survive in this house, moms are always right.
Indian moms.
Yeah.
Okay. Who were you before you became a comedian? Before laughing at your jokes? Who were you?
So I've been an engineer, I've been a banker, I've been a lot of things before this happened. Actually, you can't say before this happened because I started in 2016, right? So back then I was doing BTech. So all these things that I additionally became, comedian मैं बहुत पहले बन गया था, मुझे ऐसा लगता है ना. At least I mean I was
So
kind of active in this.
yeah, I can relate that Three Idiot story वहाँ जहाँ माधवन कुछ IIT कर रहे होते हैं and then he wants to become a photographer. तो वो पूरा
Yeah, yeah,
सीन में भी हुआ था इंडियन
yeah, yeah, yeah.
तो
हाँ
क्या
हाँ हाँ,
आपके
मतलब similar. I
डैड
could
का
I could
टैग
relate
लाइन
a lot.
तो
I
क्या
could
वो
relate a lot because
पापा का टैग लाइन क्या था
so what used to happen is I had started performing in clubs and pubs, no, back then in Bhubaneswar. We were trying to set up the scene here, and I had told at home कि मैं ऐसे थोड़ा बहुत stand up comedy कर लेता हूँ and all. So they're like क्या करता है Kapil Sharma, because for them stand up मतलब Kapil Sharma.
yeah
They were not aware of
yeah
the YouTube comics, the entire circuit. So they said, no, it's a little different from that. And I used to go perform and they're like क्या कर रहा है पता नहीं यार, क्या कर रहा है, कुछ कर रहा है ना, करेगा तो थोड़ी ये फुल टाइम करेगा. मैंने भी I actually, to be very honest, I had also not thought that I'll ever do this full time back then. Because I was like हाँ जॉब करेंगे, फिर जॉब से वापस आने के बाद you'll be like frustrated, so you need to vent it all out. So I'll do stand up and then
yeah
I'll go happily sleep.
yeah
Right, so that was my initial plan. I never thought of becoming big.
mm-hmm.
Right. And then job happened, I went, I came back, MBA happened, I got another job, better job happened, like better pay wise. Then also the satisfaction was not there. Then I quit. So when I quit and came back, so uh, before we had our own comedy club in Bhubaneswar, the space. Uh, so 1 year though we were just figuring out the commercials, the costs, the sound and everything. You know, we're doing our market research. तो वो एक साल में तो I have faked a lot of times कि I'm applying for a job, but आप ही ने गधा बच्चा पैदा किया, साला कहीं क्लियर ही नहीं हो रहा मेरा.
Okay.
पहले 2 महीने 3 महीने वो मान गए.
Okay.
Then the other 4 5 months, you know, they started suspecting कि यार इतना गधा भी तो पैदा नहीं किया है, ये तो जॉब निकाल ही लिया था दो दो
नया
तीन
कुछ तो
तीन
गड़बड़
अच्छे
है.
पैकेज. कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. He's not applying only.
Mm-hmm.
So one fine day, how I got caught is that so I had purchased 3 air conditioners for the comedy club,
Okay.
right, which we were setting up in Patia back then, right.
Okay.
So I had not informed them because whatever I had earned from the job, वो पैसा मैंने यहाँ लगा दिया था, invested, you know. So they didn't know about it, that something's cooking, right. And this is the time when something was actually cooking because we were काफी up and down करना पड़ता when you're setting up a,
Right.
you know, uh, setting up
Absolutely.
a studio. So and that is exactly when you make errors, right. So मैंने जो मंगवाए थे 3 AC, उन्हें एक्चुअली वहां मंगाने चाहिए थे उस लोकेशन पे,
घर
और
मंगा.
मैं घर से मंगा रहा था, तो मैंने गलती से घर का एड्रेस दे दिया था.
ओह.
सो घर पे जब 3 AC आ गए, तो पापा बोले अबे हमारे घर पे तो दीवारें दो हैं, तू 3 AC लेके क्या कर रहा है. तो
Oh.
बोले नहीं नहीं, ये हमारा नहीं है, ये किसी और के लिए मैंने मंगवाया, ये वो. And that's when my cover blew. And they're like, okay, okay, now that he's put in so much money. And then also, you know, media people used to come home for interviews and all. So they were like, okay, he's doing something decent, let's not disturb him. ऐसा. Not that they don't occasionally disturb, they do, but that ratio has gone down quite a lot. You know? Sometimes silence is also good support.
Yeah, it is.
People will often complain to you कि अरे मेरे मॉम डैड सपोर्टिव नहीं है. अबे कुछ नहीं भी बोल रहे हैं ना, वो भी बहुत बड़ा सपोर्ट है. They're letting you be.
मैसेज लाउड जाना चाहिए.
है ना. हाँ, इसको हम लोग इसका रील काट सकते हैं.
Tell me something, coming from a place, Odisha, and competing in places like Bangalore, Pune, urban cities, did you feel less, or did you experience um, destiny would have raised me here in urban city? Why I'm from Odisha? All those thoughts ever came to your mind?
Once or twice,
Okay.
when we were not able to do as many gigs, as many open mics as you know, other city के comics get, right. So we felt somewhere, we felt deprived कि यार वो लोग तो दिन में 10 बार ओपन माइक करते हैं, स्टेज चढ़ते हैं. ओपन माइक्स आर प्रैक्टिस ग्राउंड्स फॉर कॉमेडियंस, राइट. सो वी टेस्ट आवर जोक्स इन ओपन माइक्स एंड देन वी डू इट देम in shows further. So like, are should we like move out from here and should we go there and all? Because we used to back then get like two two slots per week, like stage time of 2 slots per week. Yeah, that's very less, right.
Hmm.
So वहीं पे दिल्ली में, मुंबई में लोगों को 10 10 स्लॉट मिलते थे एक दिन में. So
ऐसा होता है क्यों है, लाइक व्हाई people coming from Odisha got less chance than other people from metro cities? ऐसा क्यों होता है? Is it on purpose?
see, location is always a disadvantage, you know, if you're not in a metro city. But that is exactly the gap that we needed to fill, and what we filled right now, right? That's why we now have our own comedy club. Because
Okay.
कितना आप travel करोगे, right? And plus, one good thing that happened is when the kids here, they went. Even I went there to watch what others are doing in Mumbai and Delhi. So I realized that we are also at par with them, just that we lack a little stage time. So that is the only gap. Because क्या होता है कि somebody who gets up on stage 10 times a day, वो थोड़ा leniently खेलेगा. They'll not filter their jokes. Let's say you wrote 10 jokes, you know, two of them are very shitty, so you should not take it to the stage, right. But क्या करते थे वहां पे, people would either way take it to the stage saying okay, I have like 10 open mics, so what am I going to do. But here when we get 2 open mics per week, तो हम लोग ना जिसे हिंदी में कहते हैं कि अ, चाय फूक फूक के पीते हैं। तो बहुत ही अल्ट्रा केयरफुल होके वी टेक आवर stitch our material, customize our material, and then take it to stage to give the audience a better, much better time, because we are still in a pursuit to gain more followers, gain more traction, right? And that's how the scene started building
तो
here,
लाइक
right?
जो द यूथ हु वांट्स टू परस्यू कॉमेडी इन उड़ीसा भुवनेश्वर, तो व्हाट आर द स्टेप्स, लाइक व्हाट आर द थ्री स्टेप्स दे नीड टू फॉलो?
Hit open mics, write whatever you think is funny. Hit open mics. Open mic may you get a response, or maybe you don't get a response. Basis that, go back, scratch out the parts that you didn't get response
ओपन माइक
at.
क्या होता है?
Open mic is testing ground. So what you do is you sell 20 tickets, 15 odd tickets. If a random cafes may, where there's a walk-in audience, you just go there and you set up your microphone, and there's usually a host who's a seasoned comic, and a bunch of newbies, right? So everybody gets 5 minutes ka slot. So you've written only 5 minutes of joke, and then there's 7 people, so it's 35 minutes,
ओके,
almost 1 hour. तो बन जाता है वो एक शो टाइप का है। ऑडियंस के लिए वो शो है, पर आपके लिए वो टेस्टिंग ग्राउंड है,
ओके।
राइट? सो यू चेकिंग ऑन अ रैंडम सेट ऑफ ऑडियंस वेदर दो जोक्स आर वर्किंग और नॉट।
एक मिनट, व्हाट इज द मोस्ट इरिटेटिंग क्वेश्चन पीपल आस्क यू टू डू जब भी वो आपसे मिलते हैं पब्लिकली, जैसे रिलेटिव्स हो गए या फ्रेंड्स हो गए,
हाँ
तो क्या
हाँ।
कहते हैं आपको करने के लिए?
सो
मोस्ट
दे
इरिटेटिंग।
अच्छा, सो अर्लियर इट वाज कि, सो अनलाइक सिंगर्स एंड डांसर्स, है ना, कि घर पे कोई आता है तो बेटा नाच के दिखाओ, बेटा गाना गा के दिखाओ, है ना।
क्या?
तो इस पे तो मैं सॉरी, आई थिंक somebody, some relative only had come over to our place, and they're like कि तुम जोक सुना के दिखाओ, है ना। तो मैं बोला, अंकल, ऐसे तो देखा जाए तो आप पुलिस वो हो ना, पॉलिटिशियन हो। दैट अंकल वाज अ रेनाउंड पॉलिटिशियन ऑफ दैट टाइम, है ना। तो मैंने कहा कि आप ऐसे मुझे बोल दे रहे हो कि अच्छा तुम कॉमेडियन हो तो जोक सुनाओ, तो मैंने कभी ऐसा आपको बोला है कि आप पॉलिटिशियन हो, मर्डर करके दिखाओ?
I hope I can put this on the reel.
I did not say which party.
Okay.
So you can safe
Okay.
सी, आज के जनरेशन के कॉमेडियन सेफ खेलना सीख गए हैं।
अभी शो है इन नेक्स्ट 5 मिनट्स एंड यू आर इन वेरी अगली मूड, और किसी से झगड़ा हो गया, बहुत सैड मूड में है, तो हाउ डू यू फ्लिप योर मूड? अभी तो कॉमेडी करनी है जाके कैसे भी, तो हाउ डू यू डू दैट?
ऐसा कभी वैसे हुआ नहीं है, बट अगर ऐसा होता, हाइपोथेटिकल सिचुएशन में अगर ऐसा होता, तो अभी आफ्टर डूइंग सो मेनी शोज, it's in your muscle memory, no? All the jokes are now in your muscle memory. So irrespective ki whatever your mood is, the tone of the joke will be the same, because that is exactly the point of the open mics that I told you about. Because वो इतना बार आप jog कर चुके हो, it's like a routine now,
ओके।
right? Or I'll tell you how muscle memory works. It's your field of study, so you would know better, है ना। कि let's say the first time I delivered a joke and I'm holding the mic like this, okay, subconsciously, अब मैंने ऐसे रखा है, मेरा ये पर्पस नहीं था ऐसे रखना। when I'm saying something, let's say I'm talking about फलाना ढिमकाना, the next open mic, even if I don't have this registered in my mind, the second time का भी अगर आप वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग देखेंगे, कुछ हद तक मेरा ये हाथ यहाँ तक गया होगा, इफ नॉट यहाँ यहाँ होगा, है ना। तो दैट इज हाउ मसल मेमोरी वर्क्स, है ना। तो इतने बार यू परफॉर्म द सेम सेट ओवर एंड ओवर एंड ओवर एंड ओवर, नाउ यू कैन जस्ट आस्क मी टू गेट अप from bed and directly go to stage, and I'll still be able to deliver it the same way in the same tonality. And I think that is the beauty of practice, right?
प्रैक्टिस।
Anna?
Okay, what is your one message to all the youth who want to become a stand-up comedian and they're struggling hard?
Don't become. Stop imagining a lavish life by doing jokes that you will once obtain, है ना? You won't. It
Okay.
is a struggle. If you like struggle, if you can take backlash, if you can take, you know, failures and convert it into better structuring of jokes, or you know, come back stronger wala thing, then I think comedy is for you. If you have a thick skin, basically what I mean to say, if you have a thick skin, if you uh, are okay with long hurdles, you know, longer duration of struggles, only then you will be able to reap the benefit uh, of this, from this art form.
Okay.
संगीत की तरह ही है, मतलब आप समझ जाइए कि ये संगीत में जैसे रियाज करना पड़ता है, उसके बाद जाके, है ना, फिर भी मैंने देखा बहुत सारे सिंगर्स हैं, आई एम श्योर यू नो लॉट ऑफ पीपल among your friends who want to sing, who have a good
Yeah,
voice, है ना,
including
कुछ
me.
तो फटे सुर, कुछ तो बहुत फटे सुर वाले भी होते हैं, पर उनको गाना रहता
मुझे।
है ना, बाथरूम सिंगर्स। आई एम अ सर्टिफाइड बाथरूम सिंगर।
Okay.
हाँ, मैं क्यों बाथरूम सिंगर हूँ, आप सोच रहे हो कि मैं सिर्फ बाथरूम में गाता हूँ, नहीं नहीं, मैं बाहर गाता हूँ, पर जब भी मैं गाता हूँ लोग मुझे बाथरूम में बंद कर देते
Okay.
हैं, ऐसे
Okay.
बाथरूम सिंगर हूँ मैं।
Okay.
ठीक है।
So tell us the top five stand-up comedian you have worked with, and how was, and out of all of them, which one is your favorite?
Okay, top five that I worked with. So um, I'll tell you the top five. तो it keeps shifting, no? The top five, the order of top five
Your top
in
five.
terms of what? Okay, my top five, right? I've worked with everybody actually. I think now only there are five odd people out of the 1,000 people who I have not worked with.
Oh,
I mean, yet to work with, right? वो
okay.
पांच छह लोग बच गए हैं, बाकी सबके साथ हमने कर लिया है,
Okay, नाम
because
बताइए.
we technically do shows for everybody here in Odisha. Whosoever steps in Odisha for a show, they go through us. So that is something that we have created, you know, a funneled structure
Funnel
for
check.
comedians, right? So Anubhav Singh Bassi, we have done. Harsh Gujral, we have done. Ravi Gupta, Samay Raina also we have done. Who else have we? Abhishek Uppanyu we have done. Yeah,
और
I
सबसे
think top
बेहतर
five.
कौन सा एक्सपीरियंस रहा आपका? The bestest.
The bestest in terms of, say, Zakir Khan we have done. Yeah, okay. The bestest show that Bhubaneswar mein we could produce was Zakir Khan.
Okay.
Yes,
So next time if I need tickets, I should contact you.
yes, you
I've
should.
never been to any
But
show.
unfortunately, I don't know if you've heard of the news. Zakir Bhai has retired. He's gonna come back in 2030. Unka thoda, he took a break. I think he announced it last week only.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
but other comedians, yes, there are so many comedians that you can come and watch. Yeah, even
मैं
I'm
मैं
performing on the
एक्चुअली कभी
first.
नहीं आई हूँ कॉमेडी शो में. मैं एक बार ही
Yes,
रवीन क्लब भुवनेश्वर आई थी, वहां मैंने आपको देखा परफॉर्म करते हुए. So I think
yes,
that's how
yes,
I know
yes,
you.
yes.
That's the first comedy show I've ever seen. I don't even watch Kapil Sharma.
Right,
I
right.
watched
And
him.
that was an open mic that you saw.
Okay, that was open mic.
Yeah.
Okay,
So the same jokes in a more refined structure you'll find in a proper solo show,
okay.
which I'm performing on 1st of March this
तो
month.
मैं invited हूँ.
बिल्कुल, ये रिकॉर्ड में रह गया, ये इनविटेशन यहाँ, है ना, cordially inviting you to come
Tell
to my
your
show.
team to allow me to enter. I'll record it in
अरे
public.
अभी पास भिजवाते हैं आपको, क्या बात कर रहे हो, है?
ओके.
So,
एक बहुत ही मतलब यूनिवर्सली ये कहा जाता है कि लड़की है क्या रोता रहता है. तो क्या लड़के नहीं रोते क्या? ऐसा हुआ है कि हैव यू एक्सपीरियंस?
बहुत रोते हैं,
बहुत
बहुत
रोते हैं.
रोते हैं,
ओके.
खाली इसका कोई रिकॉर्ड नहीं है।
ओके, क्यों नहीं है रिकॉर्ड?
Because I'll tell you, because girls are, when you know, when they uh, emotionally, when they break, you know, and again this is all my
पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू.
thought or my take on this, and I might be wrong, I might be very wrong, I might be very accurate, right? But nobody, I think, has talked about this. So मैं मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि लड़कियां जब टूटती हैं ना, या फिर इमोशनली वल्नरेबल हो जाती हैं, तो वो नहीं इमेजिन करती हैं कि यार सराउंडिंग में मैं, हाउ एम आई लुकिंग टू द वर्ल्ड, है ना, right? Because all the time so she's been looking pretty, no, and uh, flowers and butterflies, right? Hamesha she's already carrying her aura with her 99% of the time. So that one point when she's emotionally vulnerable, uh, तो वो भूल जाती है कि यार there are other people watching also. If she has to cry, so she has to cry, right?
ठीक है.
The tear gas, they have less IQ.
Okay.
कि कब निकलना है, कब नहीं निकलना है. Men, on the other hand, इनकी मर्दों की मैं आज बोलना चाहता हूँ कि कोई इज्जत पहले ही नहीं होती.
Okay.
हमारी इज्जत जीरो पे, जीरो से वन, वन से 1.5 इसमें फ्लक्चुएट कर रही होती है.
Okay.
हमें पता है हमारे दोस्त हमारे बारे में क्या सोचते हैं, घटिया ही सोचते हैं. यू आस्क एनी मेल फ्रेंड, टेल सम गुड थिंग अबाउट योर अदर मेल फ्रेंड, वो 4 मिनट सोचेगा कि इसके बारे में क्या अच्छा है. मेरा बेस्ट फ्रेंड है यार, पर इसके बारे में चार अच्छी बातें पूछो, रीना जी पूछ ले रही है, मैं बता ही नहीं पा रहा हूँ. वहीं आप पूछोगे चार गंदी चीजें बता, 40 बता देगा.
Okay.
क्योंकि वो है. तो व्हेन मेन ब्रेक डाउन, वो बहुत सीक्रेटिवली ब्रेक डाउन करते हैं, या फिर वो उनके पास 10-12 कोपिंग मैकेनिज्म होता है इमीडिएट रिकवरी का, है ना. चल रोना आ रहा है,
और
रोना
टॉप
आ रहा है.
और टॉप कोपिंग मैकेनिज्म क्या होता है?
वो कोपिंग मैकेनिज्म यही है ना कि यार बहुत डिप्रेस हो गया यार, अब मुझे रोना आ रहा है, तो क्या करता हूँ मैं, सीरीज देख लेता हूँ.
ओके.
मैं अपने ब्रेन को उसके बारे में सोचने ही नहीं दूंगा. वहीं लड़कियां, क्योंकि जरूर लड़कियां ओवर थिंकर है, नहीं नहीं वो लॉजिकल थिंकर है. जितना सोचना चाहिए, अभी जो चीज बुरा लग रहा है उसको एड्रेस तो करोगे. मर्द
हाँ.
एड्रेस ही नहीं कर रहे. मर्द बोल रहे हैं अरे गेम ऑफ थ्रोन्स देख.
अच्छा.
मैं थोड़ा आज वो वाली सीरीज देख लेता हूँ जो मैंने देखी थी, आधे में अटक गई थी. कौन मर गया, कौन जिंदा रह गया, चोर पकड़ा नहीं गया. दे ऑलवेज आर
डिस्ट्रैक्ट.
एस्केप मेंटेलिटी, है ना, जिसे कहते हैं एस्केप मेंटेलिटी वाले. तो आपके पास रिकॉर्ड ही नहीं है
तो मर्द को दर्द
लड़के
होता है.
ज्यादा रोने का विजिबली. हाँ, मर्द को दर्द होता है, बिल्कुल बहुत ज्यादा होता है. मुझे तो लगता है लड़के से ज्यादा हमें होता है, क्योंकि हमारे पास शेयर करने के लिए कोई नहीं है. वहीं लड़की जब रो पड़ती है, उसके चार लड़की दोस्त आ जाते हैं कि बता तू, मैं तुझे ठीक कर दूंगी, आई विल फिक्स यू,
तो जब
आई
लड़के रोते
फिक्स.
हैं तो बॉयज क्या बोलते हैं?
चल बोतल खोलते हैं. अरे ये कोई ये कोई सोल्यूशन है? नाउ यू आर डूइंग मोर फाइनेंशियल डैमेज एंड हेल्थ डैमेज आल्सो.
ओके.
Mentally he was disturbed, now his tummy is also upset next
ओके.
morning. How is this?
But now onwards you can share my number. I can mentally support
Yes, yes.
mental
I
well-being.
yes, I have already thought of people
Okay.
who need
That's
help.
that's great. So we are
I'll
like,
tell you, we have so many people who I can identify that they definitely need help.
I
But
believe everybody on earth needs help.
है ना. बट जैसे हमारे एक कमेडियन है, ठीक है, वी हैव अनदर कमेडियन इन आवर community only, and now he stays alone. He's very introvert and he doesn't talk to people, and he's very funny. He's like 10 times funnier than me, and we believe that he needs help because he's not socializing, he's not doing anything, and kuch to something is wrong with him. He needs to talk, he needs to vent it out. But again, we don't let him, we don't acknowledge this, because that is what makes him more powerful on stage. The more broken you are, the more funnier you are. That is the unsaid rule in comedy.
But the said rule in psychology is the more smiling and happy you look, the more broken you are.
Broken you are, right? Yeah, exactly. Wait, it's the same thing. That's what makes you more powerful. You radiate laughter, if you're broken. I'm not saying I am, maybe because my jokes are mediocre only.
But मैं भी
Let's
तो बहुत हंसती हूँ, but I'm perfectly fine and not depressed. I'm genuinely
नहीं
happy.
नहीं, अच्छी बात है. You are my customer, that is why.
और but while talking about depression, people who are depressed and take away their life, on a serious note, I'm saying, just before few days of taking away their life, they really enjoy. That's also very awful because you never get to help them because they're enjoying, showcasing that I'm happy, I'm having a blast, they're meeting people, they're having drinks, they're going out, and suddenly you get the news that they're gone. That's very depressing. So if you
True.
identify somebody who needs help, encourage them on a serious note to seek help, because when you go to a professional, they keep it confidential, they're not judging you, and they're not providing you a solution. They're not.
Correct.
Psychologists
Correct.
never provide you a solution. They only always show you these are the options which you can't see because you're so depressed. And then they ask you to choose, and that's how you heal slowly. So even if through you I'm saying this, that somebody is showing very vulnerable signs, which you see repeatedly, encourage them to seek help. Always. Yeah.
Done. If I see somebody overly happy also, I'll send them your contact. Ki, why are you so happy? Why are you laughing 5 times on the same joke? You need help.
No.
पकड़ा गया, तू डिप्रेस्ड है,
Then
तू पकड़ा गया,
let
5 बार
that
तू हंसा सेम
let
joke.
me identify that. You just send that person to
हाँ, I'll just
somebody.
send her. I'll send a bunch of people. Okay. So what we do is once my show ends, I'll just tell those people,
Identify.
yeah, yeah, you guys come here. Special discount. Come.
Special discount.
And
Okay.
you can also render some special discount to them. Okay, they've come through my show.
Obviously,
You know.
obviously. Why not? We can have. I'll discuss
So
off.
already I've caused enough depression to them by making them sit for 1 hour in my show. Okay.
Absolutely. So, Satyavrat, any one question that you wish to ask, you can ask.
Yeah, I had this question. So, do happiness pills exist? Like, are there medical ways to jump your happiness level, happiness hormone level? ऐसा कुछ है क्या? दवाई है क्या?
वो
Antidepressant,
दवाई तो नहीं है.
antidepressant.
There are antidepressant pills which calm down your thinking process and everything, but there is no pill to happiness. Happiness is
Correct,
internal.
right,
It's
right.
inside you.
Happiness only in comedy shows, right?
Ah, yeah.
नहीं, I'm
Happiness
just
is
kidding.
a
So, but
comedy show. Yes.
antidepressant, so what I wanted to know is, let's say, एक तो बिना prescription के I don't think people are giving out antidepressants, right? Pills, right?
No,
है ना?
no, it's
So,
not allowed.
under what circumstances somebody gets recommended antidepressants?
So antidepressant is so it's a full process. It's not that I'm talking to you and I'll refer you to antidepressant pills. I can't
चल
do
कल
that.
से दवाई खा ले, ऐसा नहीं होता,
हाँ,
right?
ऐसे
हाँ,
नहीं होता है. First of all, a psychologist cannot refer you any medicine. They are not authorized.
correct, okay,
First level is psychology, counseling is done, and then we do some tool analysis जिससे पता चलता है आपका stress level क्या है. So there are tools through which we will be asking you certain set of questions. We'll get the answer. We'll do analysis like psychoanalysis it is called. And if
correct,
psychoanalysis says that it is from moderate to high, your stress level is between moderate to high, then we recommend you to psychiatrist. The next level who can treat you, who can suggest you medicines, or who can get tell you a course of action. But most of the depressed people do not understand between a difference between being sad and being depressed. So
right,
they
right,
very casually use this term depressed. Depression
correct,
is a very heavy term and
exactly,
everybody doesn't go through it. It is mostly unsaid, unexpressed expression of sadness. And if you get it, why people, you have seen that there is a lot of people, youth especially, fall in love very easily. Yeah, especially who come from a broken family, emotionally broken family, like children who are not raised by parents who listen, to children who are raised by a family where is no sibling to share things, no friends, nothing, nobody understands them. So one person in their teen or adulthood, one person, if even if they are listening to him or her nicely and giving her advices, they will fall for that person because
right. Vulnerable है. That is
इमोशनली
vulnerability, right?
इमोशनली
हाँ,
वनरेबल, जो भी आपको सुनेगा आपको उसी से प्यार हो जाएगा. एंड देन प्यार होता नहीं है, वो सिर्फ आपको सुन रहा है एंड देन यू फील इजी.
right,
और
right.
ऐसे लोगों को बार बार प्यार होता है, मल्टीपल टाइम्स प्यार होता है
You
क्योंकि
have no idea the number of faces that are coming in front of me here, है ना, तप 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 करके एकदम, है ना, आधार कार्ड पैन कार्ड के साथ. So many friends of mine, है ना, we are talking about. I think when they'll watch this podcast, they'll be like, "Hey, fuck, she's talking about me. She's talking about me." ऐसे 10-12 लोग बोलेंगे ऐसे मुंह पे.
हाँ. तो क्या होता है, वो वनरेबिलिटी होती है आपकी इमोशनल, जो पाइल अप हो गया है इमोशन, तो जो आके आपका बॉक्स खोलता है इमोशन वाला, तो आपको लगता है कि यही मेरा ओनर है. जिन जब बाहर आता है तो ही थिंक दैट ही और शी इज माय ओनर एंड माय लाइफ इज डेडिकेटेड. दिस इज द दिस इज द प्रैक्टिकल प्रूवन थ्योरी. आप देखिए कि तभी जो इमोशनली वनरेबल होता है ना, वो टॉक्सिक रिलेशन से भी बाहर नहीं आ पाता है. वो
जहां
कितना
से
भी
निकल
पढ़
ही
ले
जाना चाहिए
झगड़
वहां
ले।
भी अटके पड़े हैं।
हाँ, सॉरी।
जहां से निकल जाना चाहिए वहां भी अटके ही पड़े हैं,
हाँ, क्योंकि
है ना?
उसको लगता है कि अगर मैं यहाँ भी छोड़ दिया ना तो मुझे और कोई समझेगा नहीं, बट द मोमेंट सेकंड पर्सन कम्स एंड ट्रीट्स यू बेटर देन द फर्स्ट पर्सन, यू फॉरगेट दैट पर्सन कि वो एग्जिस्ट भी नहीं कर रहा है। समझ गए? सो इट्स अ लॉन्ग स्टोरी। तो वो पर्सन टू पर्सन वेरी करता है, बट दिस इज वेरी जेनेरिक। आई होप आई आंसर योर क्वेश्चन।
Yes, yes, yes. Got the answer and got faces also.
और वैसे
Now I will send them. Okay, we talked about you without taking your name,
ओके।
and I'll forward it to 12 people. उसमें forwarded भी लिख के आएगा.
अच्छा। ठीक है, आई थिंक वी हैव अ वेरी नाइस इंटरेक्शन, सत्यव्रत. Before that, I thank you for
Thank you. Thank
taking
you.
out time
Likewise.
and being so nice and kind and generous, sharing your heart
Thank you.
out,
Thank you.
and sharing how comedy is not that simple the way it looks simple on stage. There is so much of background work, competition. I think it's a cutthroat competition that you get when you go on stage, and there's a lot of preparation, lot of humiliation, thick skin that you need to carry. So thank you for sharing all your expertise, and we look forward to see you more and more on open mics and more comedy gigs and everything. May God bless you with more success. And
Thank you so much.
yeah, thank you for everything that you have shared. And as a founder for Saar Holistic Wellness, I think this episode is going to help a lot of people out there. Yeah.
Let's hope the same.
Yeah. Hello, parents. If you find our podcast relatable, educational, then do subscribe to our channel. In the comment box, write your parenting challenges. We'll try to address them one by one. And never forget to share it with amazing parents like you. Because remember, by learning together, we can raise kind, confident, and connected children for happy families and happy nations.